Hello and welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Allmark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And today I thought I would tell you about a special offer which is on for the month of March. And you can get 20% off this little mini Stampin' Up cutter. Now, it's a mini, so it is small. It has, it's the same sort of process as the standard, but being a mini, it means that it goes into a tiny space. I mean, that's the size of my hand. That's the size of my hand. So it is, you know, it's a nice little mini size. If we take our stamp pad, that's the width of the plate, so it's about, I think it's about 3.5 inches, and you can get this for 20% off. You can also get some stamp and die bundles. So I thought that this week we would or this month I would show you some and show you the mini. Now, what I would say about the mini is, because it is mini and it's small, don't expect it to be as robust as your larger machines, because it's not. Your plates and things are smaller. You need to, trick of the trade, you need to offset your plates. So if you put your first plate in, make sure that your second plate is offset. And you will find, because they're smaller, they do warp a little bit more. I mean, I've used this one quite a lot. You can get replacement bits and things, but it's great if you're traveling. It's great if you've got a small amount of space. It's great if you're doing videos and you want to be able to show things rather than getting the big one up. And a lot of our dies fit it. So there are 20% off a selection of dies. I'm not going to go through them all now because I want to make this fairly short. I'm trying to do some shorter videos because some of my videos I rabbit on for ages and they go on too long. So art gallery and the coordinating dies. So let me just get the dies out. I've taken one out because that's what I'm using, but all of these dies will go onto the mini. Okay, so you can put them all onto the mini and they will fit perfectly. So I thought we would do a combination of them both, because this is 20% off as the bundle, so the stamp set and the dies. The mini cut cut and emboss machine is 20% off, and we're also getting to the stage where our new catalogue will be coming, and the old in colours, which are these ones, so Magenta Madness, Bumblebee, Cinnamon Cider, Just Jade and Misty Moonlight, all of these ones will be retiring. If you love them, if you've got them and you haven't got your ink refills, get them now, because when they announce the retirement date, they will go like that. Literally, they go within 24 hours. So if you like these ones, get them now before the rush. So I thought we'd use those colours to just sort of bring all the things in and tie them together. So very quickly, I'm just going to move this out. I'm working on my my desk, which is wood. You need something fairly firm to use a cut and emboss machine. Otherwise, if you have my grid paper, it'll slide about everywhere. So I'm just going to move this out of the way for a second, because we need to do a little bit of stamping, and I've done some of the die cutting to save some time, but I've stamped one out and I've die cut it in the Just Jade. And now we're going to do a two-toned one, and I'm going to stamp this one so you can actually see. So I've got this one, and that's a little infill. I wanted it to be sort of quite spring-like, so I'm taking the Bumblebee and I'm going to stamp the whole of the stamp down in the lovely bumblebee. And as I say, you know, I love bumblebee. I think it's the most gorgeous gold colour. So I will miss it, which is why I'm making the most of it at the moment. Now I've got a video coming up, which is going to be a bit of a longer one, which goes through all of the colours to just give you a little bit of a what is similar to the bumblebee, because we've got crushed curry and we've got daffodil delight. And so, you know, you can see what, although you think, oh my goodness, I'm going to miss it, which we will, there are other colours that go quite well. So this is the little centerpiece, which is here. And we're literally just going to line it. It doesn't have to be lined exactly. Just sort of turn round and put it in each one. And you'll see it just gives a little bit of a different pattern on each one. So once we've done those, we are then going to die cut them out. So I've done one in the Just Jade, the whole, and now I've done the smaller one, and we're going to get the mini out. I'm going to put this out of the way because I did another one because I wanted it to make sure that it was the right size. So let me just see if we're, yes, we are on here. Okay, so we're going to put the die on and just put that down. I always find if you look and you take this bottom piece and make sure that that's lined up, and then the other pieces, you can make sure that you've got everything where it should be. And then we take the other one and we can just put that in like that. You can tape it down, and then what you need to do is just sort of push it in at an angle, and you will see that it will then cut through quite well. It is stiff because it's a smaller machine, so as I say, it works perfectly, but it's not as sturdy as a standard machine. It's a mini, but you know, it does what it's supposed to do, which is great. And as I say, you know, if you travel about a bit, if you you know, have a holiday home or a caravan, or you know, or do classes, or you know, do things for elderly people in the area and want to do cards and things, perfect little machine for that, because it collapses up beautifully. So it takes up a very small, it does make a bit of a clank, very small footprint, you know, very small footprint. And then you've just got these that you can just put in like that and take with you. You've got embossing plates and things. I'm not going to show you those because we don't need to use them. So let's get on with doing the card now. So I have cut this one out, and I've cut one of those. And what we're going to do is, because we want to have the leaves on here and we want the flowers on the other one. So all I'm going to do with this is to literally just take off. And this bit of stem, I want this taken off as well, because I want the stem to come through green. So I'm just giving that a bit of a curve. That can stay joined. This piece, I'm just giving it a little bit of a curve. And then this piece on here can stay joined, and again, just a little bit of a curve. So that's our first piece. And then all we're going to do is we're going to glue this very simply straight over the top. And we can then just line this up and put this in on top of this, so that we've got the different coloured flower. Now you can put it out with dimensionals, you can do a few layers if you want. I'm just doing one layer, but you can see you've got your little stems coming through, and then we just need to do the other part. So don't forget to take those little stems off, just cut it through. on there and cut this little one through on there, and then we'll take this off. So it's an easy way of getting a two-toned look. There we go. And then we can just glue this one on. As I say, if you wanted to, you could put it on with dimensionals. I just want just one layer, because I send a lot of cards, but I'm always you know, aware of the postage. So what I've done is I have done another couple. Okay, so exactly the same, but to save some time, I've done 3. I've got a base of the bumblebee, and I've then got a mat which is 1/4 of an inch smaller. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these through down on one side. So I'm going to take them, and I want them to have a little bit of a gap and a space in between. So let's glue these on. So I'm going to take this and just glue this on. And so this is the first one. So this is going to come right up to the top, down here on the right hand side, and then that's going to glue down on there. Okay, so the second one is going to come up like this, and I can take it so that it just comes a little bit of an angle, so that those two go on the side of there. So that's fine on that one. And the bottom one is going to have to be cut down just a little bit, because it's going to come too high, but that's fine. So this is going to come, we said, straight across on there. So over those two pieces and down like that. So you've got that as your sort of second layer, which is quite nice. And then this one is going to come in across on here. And then I'm just going to cut the bottom piece off. So I'm not going to glue right the way down. I'm just going to take this and take the leaf, and we'll see how far it comes down. So this has got to come down on these two like that, down in onto that corner. That's going to come to there, and then all I'm going to do is to just trim this piece off like that. Okay, so that's then going to go onto here. So you've got this really lovely layer of, and if you want to, I've always said, turn things over and smooth them down that way, because it helps them stick in nicely. So we've got that on. Then we need to have a sentiment. So on here, we've got some lovely sentiments. We've got happy birthday, congratulations, good luck, thank you, all of those sorts of things. And we also have, which I think we might be able to put on here. So this is this says, just want to say, and then we have the happy birthday things on. So I'm going to take this out of the center, because by doing that, it means that we're not wasting it. And I'm just going to get the mini out again. And I think it might, I'm not sure because I haven't done it on a base. I think we might just be able to take, let's move that out of the way so it doesn't get damage. It might just be a little bit too wide. We'll just have to see. Is that going to go? Oh no, it will just, look at that. Okay, so we can put that in on here. I'm going to just angle it a little bit so that it's easier to go through. Then I'm going to take this and take that piece like that. Try and get this in at a bit of an angle again so it catches. Hold on a minute. once it's caught, then we can get it through. So is it going to catch? Come on. Okay, so it doesn't want to catch at the moment, so I need to just make, can you see that piece is overhanging on there? So what I need to do is to make sure that that comes in over the top on there, so that this paper is not catching too much on there. So let's try it on that way. There you are. You can see now it'll go through. Now this is quite a stiff one because it's all of these words, so you have to sort of wrench it through, bearing in mind that my hands aren't particularly strong. So, you know, a lot of people have stronger hands than me. I do have problems with the strength of my hands. So let's have a look and see. That's come out beautifully. So I'm just going to pack this up again because we don't need it, I don't think, or we might need it for one more thing. So let's just put these pieces just in here for a minute and put it down. So these are our words. So let me just get the card back, because we're going to have, that's got the little dot of the I in there, so I need to make sure that I keep that separate. Then we can take these ones on. So we've got just want. Now you might find that this is going to be too long, and if it is, you can always just put just to say instead of just want to say. So, but we might be able to get the whole lot on. I think we might be all right on this one. But you can see they're great fun dies, and I know a lot of you have got them, but it's like everything, you know, new stuff comes out and we don't use them as often as we should. So I thought, you know, let's get, as you've got a 20% discount, so if it's one that you've had a look at and you've gone, I might, but I'm not going to, then it gives you a chance. So just want to say, let me take this little one out of there. We can have that on here if we want to, but I also want to have, so just want to say happy birthday, best wishes. Why don't we say, or I'm thinking of you. I'm thinking of you is quite a nice one, isn't it? So let me have a look and see, because I want something that'll go with everything. So just wanted to say, I'm thinking of you. Because I say that goes with absolutely everything. So I'm just going to take a, put that on there because I didn't clean it. So with words, I can take it just diagonally, so I don't need to get another block out. And I'm going to do this in, I want to keep it all the same colours, so I'm going to do it in the bumblebee, so that all our words are in the same sort of colour palette. It's going to look pale, but I don't mind it looking pale. So I'm thinking of you. And I'm just going to put that in on this one. Just like that, I'm thinking of you. And then we've got another die. So let's have a little look in here, and this die, which is the longer one, I'm thinking of you, will go in there. Now I'm doing it on larger pieces of paper, so I'm just going to cut this down a bit because I don't need to. There we go. So I've cut that down. That can go on there. Let's get that die cutting machine out again. You can see how easy it is though, because it's so small. You know, you can get it out quite easily. I'm just moving my bits out of the way. So let's get this out again. we need our, where's my base gone? I did have it, here it is, it's underneath here. Okay, so we need our base plate on first. Really doesn't matter which way, and I tend to rotate things as well so that I've got them on different ways, because as I say, you will see that your plates warp quite a bit. So I'm putting this on this way so it bounces down rather than bends up. And I'm going to put I'm Thinking of You on here and put this in and have it just a little bit of an angle, because it's always easier on an angle to go through. So put that on, take this one in to make sure that we've got that going in, give it a bit of a pull on an angle, and you see it goes through quite easily. But my plates are always staggered, so when I take this out you can see how my plates are staggered. And if you do that, even though this is really bent, see how bent that is now, and what I find is that when I put it away, you will find that they will, if you put them on a warm radiator, they will, you know, bend back a bit. So it's not too bad, but you can get replacements, and I've always got a couple of replacements in there. I just didn't want to show you the replacement ones because I thought, well, let you see as it is, because I'd hate for you to buy it and then go like, oh, the plates warp very quickly, because yes, they do. Okay, so let's get this card back again and see how we can finish it off. So we've got, this is our base piece. Now I just need to smooth this off just a little bit, because putting it in at an angle, it has just bent it just a little bit, but not too bad. We're then going to put our card in on here. So let me just glue this on now so that we've got it all in the right place. So just a little bit round the side. And then I can put this on here. Make sure I've got it straight. And then we've got this. So we've got just, and I quite like having it at a little bit of an angle. So just, I think I am going to maybe just have just to say. So just to. Now you could do another one in black and offset it so that you've got that sort of like drop shadow. But I quite like this being all just in the one colour. And then we can have this under here. I am going to get the want in there. So just want to say, so I'm going to glue this down at just a slight angle. Just want to say, like that, I'm thinking of you. And you know, what a lovely card, very simple, easy to use. And you've used the mini die cutting and embossing machine, and you've used the art gallery, which has the lovely words, and we've used this floral one this time. And you know, it makes a lovely card, and you get some money off. So you know, you're getting 20% off of this at the moment for the month of March. So you know, if you haven't got a die cutting machine, if you're just starting, try the mini. If you've got a die cutting machine, but you know, you could do with a second one or a smaller one for your desk, then get the mini. If you don't want a die cutting machine at all, because you've already got one, then look at getting the art gallery stamp set and dies together, because you save 20% off that bundle. All of the details are below. There was always a link through to my shop, and you can buy any of these products there at the moment with the 20% discount during the month of March. So thank you so much for watching me. As always, please stay safe and well. Please be kind, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.